And so here's a couple of ways in which I mean traditional. So our general perception is probably vines grown on what's considered in Spain espaldero. So, you know, like a bunch of wires, right, where the vines go up and make a turn, right, in a guillot kind of system, and they're trained off the ground. In Rivera del Duero, that is the way some of the modern houses do it that use a lot of irrigation. See, what happens in that is it creates a lot of exposure for the grapes and for the leaves, and is not really ideal necessarily for regions like central Spain that are sun-soaked. And so the traditional method is called vaso. And so you've got a vine that just comes out of the ground, right, and then goes up and kind of makes like a small bush, right? It makes it look very much smaller. A vine's tendency is not to want to stand up on its own, right? Its tendency, its desire is to kind of grapple onto the strength of something else. And so as a result, it can have a very weak rootstock. When you end up with a vine that is in vaso, and it has to use its own energy to stand up, it will create a stronger rootstock system, which will promote it to dig further into the ground to find water. So a lot of times the vines that are produced in vaso don't need to be irrigated. They do produce a little bit less grapes, but the reality is that the grapes that they produce are considerably more concentrated and riper. Another reason that people will do the guillot system and train their vines up is because machine harvesting can be done in that way. A lot of the kind of traditionalists in Rivera del Duero still keep their vines in vaso because they feel that hand picking is a better way to do triage in the vineyards. It's a better way to select better grapes and produce better wine. And it's surprising how much tradition still exists in Rivera del Duero. So if you want to taste a wine that is more classically Spain, that's got more character of what the country has offered for a really long time, I don't think there's a better place to look for it than Rivera del Duero.